And I'm so surprised that we've not mentioned this application since.
Okay, I think this is the final
But that's
application.
Twitter.
Yeah. Exactly. By the way, guys, I want you all to know that this was not scripted. Now, let me explain what that means, right? We both Kems and I know that we're working on applications, right? So I sent her quite a number of apps, and she sent me some apps as well. But then we also don't have all the same apps and all, and we didn't choose whoever we were choosing together. So she chooses hers, I chooses mine. Yeah. I chose mine rather. And it's surprising that we actually left the best for the last. So let's hear the grand finale of it. All right, Kems, go on. I like the fact that Kems talks about Twitter as a space for designers giving back, right? Calling it our second home and all, and it's true because that's not how I see it. I would really want to play the devil's advocate here. So yeah, I see Twitter as a boxing ring, right? A place whereby all the designers, if they have problem, let's talk about the basketballs, let's do the ulabalu and everything. And there's one person who really, really knows how to box and fight everything. He fights you if you're wrong, right? Calls you out, and it's a way whereby and that's. This episode is brought to you by UDC. The Untitled Designers Conference is coming up this year from the 23rd of August to the 24th of August, and you don't want to miss it. The Untitled Designers Conference is one that gives designers and creatives in general an opportunity and a forum to come together to learn, share, and network with each other. So, if you're an illustrator, UI designer, brand designer, web developer, whatever creative field you're in, you don't want to miss this year's conference. That's why the Designstration podcast has partnered with UDC to give out 50% discount when any one of our esteemed listeners use our promo code to purchase tickets from their website. So just log down to their website in the link in the description below, and when you want to buy your ticket, the section for promo code, fill in the code UDCXDSP and you get 50% discount when buying your tickets. That's not all. The Designstration podcast will bring in freebies for all our esteemed, dearest listeners, and we're going to be handing you freebies on the conference day, so you don't want to miss it. So log on to UDC's website to buy your ticket. The link is in the description below.
Designstration.
Hi everybody, welcome to Designstration podcast. This is a different voice than what you've been hearing before. My name is Kemi and I'll be your co-host today. And we have our major host, Ufot.
Hi Kems, thank you very much for being here. Hello everyone, you're welcome back to another episode on the Designstration podcast. Kems, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well as well, thank you. I'm doing very well. Shoot on, tell us what are we doing today?
Okay. So, I'm pretty sure that at some point you have seen a particular designer and imagined them in another light or in another way. Yeah, if it's something like that, we have something like that for you. But this time we're relating them to mobile applications. I'm sure you can form your own list and prepare for us as we give it to you hot. My first application is Tinder. Yes.
Designers. Yeah.
And I have two designers for this category actually.
Okay. Let's hear them.
Because they don't let us rest on Twitter.
Let's hear them.
That is Stefan and Cute Bambi.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's always something that they have to show us, and it's always indirect. And I'm like, oh my god.
Stefan. Yeah, that's true. And the fun part is you actually both track producers. I saw that thing. Yeah, I just have to put that in. Yeah. My first app is Instagram.
Okay.
And I have here Alison Ayo, and Timmy the Tipsy Brush. Timmy the Tipsy Brush. I think these both of them best fit Instagram because Instagram gives that that very welcoming vibe. If you're just wanting to go there and just relax. Let's say someone has been walking all day and you just want to relax and just see not just jokes, but you want to see maybe clean UI designs or you just want to view pictures. Yeah, Instagram is that vibe. And Alison and Timmy actually they post very clean designs. So yeah, I'd give them Instagram. Who did you have as Instagram?
For me,
yeah.
Instagram. I have Messi, Da Vinci
Messi.
of design.
Ah,
Yes.
Da Vinci.
And this is actually because I don't know if she still does it, but there was a time when she was like always posting her pictures and they were always blowing up. Always. And it just reminds me of Instagram every time I see her pictures. So that's why I chose Messi.
Yeah, Messi. Yeah, Da Vinci of design.
Yeah.
So what's the next app?
So my next app is Figma.
This one was a very hard one for me. I'm not even going to pretend. It was hard for me to fix someone there because almost everybody
Exactly.
I think about like, okay, they can meet Figma. So who did you put for Figma? Let me ask you first. You go first.
I put Layer for Figma. And this is just because he drops very, very clean designs, and then sometimes you wonder, is it the same Figma I use it?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why I put Layer.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, I have a very special hot seat reserved for Layer, so I didn't put him in Figma. I didn't put Layer in Figma.
Okay.
I actually had Kems in Figma. Yeah, I had you in Figma.
Oh. Oh wow.
Yeah, Kems in Figma. Yeah.
I'm shocked.
I had Kems in Figma. Figma is one big tool I know, but yeah, I had Kems in Figma. Okay, my next app is
Kems is honored.
my next app is TikTok.
Okay.
And for TikTok, so when I think about TikTok, I think about let's say I'm looking for somewhere to go check about, let's say travel vlog, or I want to go watch a very relaxing environmental kind of content and all. And there's only one designer who actually came to my mind, and that was Atara. Atara, the Adering Solar, because she posts a lot of travel vlogs and let's say you're looking for a very nice eatery to go to, maybe even in Nigeria or outside Nigeria, as in that's her kind of content. So when I think about TikTok and I think about a designer, Atara fits that TikTok well because man, she gives the best travel vlogs. Like I've been to places by just viewing her updates on Instagram. Yeah, so that's why I prefer TikTok. Did you have TikTok on your list?
Yeah. And actually, Atara's videos are very, very nice. But the person I had for my TikTok is Martin. I hope I'm pronouncing his name properly.
Yeah, I know him. He has this Afro hairstyle now. That's him.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
And I just basically put him because so he uses TikTok, and most of the time, most of the videos I see, he's probably explaining something about design. It's really, really helpful, and he tries to like really give knowledge and impact knowledge as well. So I think that's the person that just worked for me for TikTok. Immediately I just thought about TikTok. I was like, it's definitely Martin.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
that's great.
So
your turn.
I think I can go now.
Yep.
I have a Notion here.
Notion was quite
That's
hard,
the app
but
I have.
I got it. Yeah.
I also want to believe that everybody that knows this particular designer, immediately I mentioned the name, they can just tell why I put this person in Notion.
Yeah.
So, drum roll.
Drum rolls.
person I added for Notion is that designer.
Oh, that designer. Yeah,
She
Stephanie.
uses Notion a lot. She's always referring to Notion rather, and I'm talking about things you can get done there, organization, time management. I didn't even realize a lot of things could be done on Notion until I started following her. So yeah, she just fits in. She just fits in. Yeah.
I have a very
What do you have for
special
your
seat.
Notion?
Yeah, for Notion, I actually, I have Marvis Igadosa for Notion rather. He's the co-founder. He's the one that organizes UDC. So when I think about Notion, I think about this application that we use to organize. Basically something that just keeps our task management tool very well organized. Yeah, and he running UDC is like kind of a big thing then. So that's why I placed him there. I have a very special seat for Dada designer. I don't think any other person else would take that seat from her. A very special one for her. Okay, I'll go next.
Okay.
The next on my list is WhatsApp.
Yeah.
So if designers were app, who do you think would fit into WhatsApp? It was hard for me too, but yeah, I had to pick.
I think you should go first.
Okay, for me, I had two designers. Two designers came to mind. The first was the only Farouk. He's this guy that did. There was one time, if you remember, one time when a designer did a brand refresh for Inonso Moto, right, and presented it to them for Inon. Yeah, I think it was Inonso Moto with the eagle eye. Yeah, the only Farouk and
I think I remember.
Yeah, Abel Idume also came to mind. Abel Idume came to mind. I see WhatsApp as this platform that all age group all age group uses them. Gen Z is there. Yeah, millennials are there. The older generations are there. So their designs are those kind of designs that it transcends into all age group. And these guys, I love their works. It's very relatable. It's if you're a complex kind of designer, if you look at Abel's designs and Farouk's designs, you can see complexity. If you're the simple kind of designer or the minimalistic kind of designer, if you look at their work, you can still see minimalism. So, and that's what I see WhatsApp to be. And that's why I put both Farouk and Abel as WhatsApp. How about you?
I think that makes sense. But for me, I think I see WhatsApp as a kind of beyond just design. It's like you have your personal space, but at the same time you can let people get into that personal space. And the person that came to my mind when I thought about this was Leslie. That's Sugar Daddy.
Sugar Daddy, yeah.
And this is because he's very he's very at arm's length, and like you can just tell that you can't go to this person and just act anyhow. Basically, you have to use your head, literally. But at the same time, he lets people, if you meet him on a space, or if you drop a comment, or if you send him a DM, he's most likely going to respond to you and be normal. But at the same time, you just know that you cannot act anyhow. Yeah, so that's basically who just came to my mind the moment I thought about WhatsApp.
Is that Sugar Daddy? So yeah, it fits.
Exactly.
Next, who's going next? Me, right?
No, I'm going next. I think you're the one that brought up WhatsApp, right? You can just go next. I think you're the one that brought up WhatsApp, so you can just go next.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, okay.
The next on my list is Facebook.
Okay.
Now, when I think about Facebook, I think about this old platform, yeah? Like, it feels very old. And I don't know why, but only one designer came to mind for Facebook, and that was Ameji, Mr. Ameji. And because I feel Mr. Ameji is this elderly vibe, like we use Corel Draw to do this. We use Canva, like this old school kind of design that they can use old tools to give you quality current designs, right? They can use old tools to give you new designs. So that's how I feel Ameji is. I feel is this elderly designer that he can use old tools to give you new works, and that's why I couldn't think of anybody else to hone that space of Facebook. That's why I fixed Ameji there. How about you? What do you have for Facebook?
I think that makes sense. For Facebook, I also see it as like something that's kind of old, but at the same time, I attached this person is old in this particular thing, but then they are so amazing at it, and it just always blows your mind. So I put Adeze, that's Cav.
Oh, CAV, yeah.
Yeah, because like she's always on the new trends, but then she has been here for a while, and it's just really, really great. And then I also have B Adetunji. He's a framer expert. If anybody searches for B Adetunji on Twitter, you'll find him, and he also drops really, really valuable takes about designs. Like if you join a space where he's on and you listen to him speak, you can just tell that this person is very, very knowledgeable about design and about experience, work, and everything, basically. So those are the two people that I added for Facebook.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. So now, time for me to go.
Yep.
For, I think, my next app, I have Airbnb. Now, I don't know why I came up with this app or this platform. It just came to my head while I was noting things down. Do you have Airbnb as well?
Yes, I do. I do have Airbnb.
Oh, okay. So I'm not so far. Anyway, for this, I don't have a UI designer or a UX designer, actually.
Yeah.
I have a 3D designer.
Whoa, yeah?
That is Daniel Babs.
Because
so he does a lot of there's this time they were doing him and another 3D designer that I won't mention right now because his name will still pop up. They were doing a kind of bar for bar, band for band, I don't know what they call that stuff, but basically showing him their designs, and quoting each other. And he had a lot of, I think that was when I found out that he's kind of like, he does environment stuff, and there was this particular design he had that was of a living room, and it looked so good. And every time I open Airbnb and I see an apartment or an image there, I just immediately remember that Babs did this kind of thing. So that's why Daniel Babs actually came up.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
that's great. When I think of Airbnb, I think of Dr. Brand. D Brand. That's his name. D Brand. He's a Web3 designer. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this thing.
Oh,
right. D Brand.
Yeah, I know him.
Yeah. That's who I think of when I think of Airbnb. I think of D Brand. He focused majorly on Web3 designs, and because for a while he's been posting about housing stuff, For a while, his apartments and all. So I think that's why I gave him Airbnb.
Okay, I think that makes sense.
The next on my list is Spotify. Spotify. And I'll go first because this person is like one of the first person I know, one of the first designer I know. The first designer, actually, not one of the first. The first designer I know who really loves music. Now, I know a lot of persons love music. But this fellow seems to be on the extreme. And he's Ben. Now, his handle is Benovella. Ben, he's one designer I know who loves music. I don't know how to say it, but he loves music. And this is weird because I haven't met him in person. I've only seen, his posts and everything. Almost every now and then, if you check his story on Instagram, it's something about Spotify. It's a link to a music thing on Spotify. So that's why I chose pen. How about you? Who do you have?
Okay, I think that makes sense. I have Sandra Bernard. So I put Sandra Bernard for Spotify simply because she tends to drop her links to her playlist and for us to start a jam while working, and she just does it like normally. If you go to her Twitter feed, you probably find Spotify, and then she sings so beautifully. So when I just thought about Spotify, I was like, nah, this is for Sandra, let her just take it away. So that's who mine is.
It's cool.
Okay, so I think I'm the next person. The next person, or the next application rather, that I have, I think I can also call this a platform, but Pinterest.
Yeah, Pinterest. I have that one too.
Pinterest. Oh, okay. Okay, so the person that came to my mind for Pinterest is Design Mistress.
Whoa.
Yeah, so I don't think I have a beautiful explanation for why, but when I see the pictures that she uses, like the things she posts, I think her feed just basically reminds me of Pinterest. You know how it's like a collection of good things or things you want to see at least, and you know, everything down to the smallest photos or the largest ones or the ones that are trending the most and all of that. It basically just reminds me of Design Mistress. So that's why I chose her. What do you have for Pinterest?
For Pinterest, it was hard to put only one person, to be honest. So the first on this list is Gray. She's called Temi J. She's a photographer. She's not a designer, she's a photographer. She last year she took photos at UDC, and I think she's also doing this year as well. Gray, because I think of Pinterest as a place where I go to see reference photos and, you know, those things for designs and illustrations. So great. First is Gray. Second is Ayola Felix. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Ayola Felix. He has like this orange cardigan thing on his DP at the time of this recording, actually. Ayola Felix and Olawale, the Wale Peters. It was hard to just put one person because these guys, their design. Pinterest is like the inspiration board where we go to find colors and all these things, and so these fellows have that. So that's why I had to fix all three of them into Pinterest.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay. The next on my list is Telegram.
I see.
Let me go first with this one. So when I think about Telegram, I think about community, right? It's one of those surest places to have a community where you can reach out to quite a large number of persons on the go. And in as much as a lot of persons that I know can fit into this description, Lady Kachi fits it best. The UX lady. Yeah. So, Lady Kachi, Telegram. Who do you have as Telegram?
Funny enough, I have two people.
Yeah.
For Telegram. I just couldn't bring it down to one. The first person I have here is Takeout. That's Vic Armando. You probably know him. He basically started the Designers Hangout community that I am a part of, and when you think about Telegram and you think about the community, you think about how well they manage the community and how everybody's basically involved, and that's what Designers Hangout is like for everybody. So I just basically thought of him immediately. And then I also have Lady Kachi.
Oh wow.
Funny enough. Because like she's really good at it as well. She tends to bring people together. I have known her since I started my design journey, and there is no time that she wants to start something or she wants to do something that she doesn't reach out. So yeah, I feel like these two people just basically fit into it properly.
Yeah, Dedikachi fits it well too. Yeah.
So okay,
All right,
so
you're next.
I think I should go next.
Mm-hmm.
Who do I have? Blender.
This one was one. I just said Blender, and I knew exactly. Can I go first?
Yeah, you can.
For Blender, I chose Design Chief Priest. Now, I consider Blender to be a very hard program, right? That's, and 3D and all 4D. Blender is like you've blended Procreate, Photoshop, Figma, you blended them into one and gives you that blend. And this is how I'm just trying to do. And Design Chief Priest is one designer that his range is ranging. Like his range is really up there. And he does quite good quality vivid design. He knows the theoretical part and the practical part of design, and he posts them. And when I thought about Blender, I just thought about Design Chief Priest. How about you?
Actually, now I think about it, but I put once again, this person is not a UI designer or UX designer.
Yeah.
The person is a 3D designer, or as he likes to be addressed, a product designer. So it is Freddy Cooper. And I don't know if you've come across Freddy before, but Freddy does very, 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 very good designs. And like he basically drops really different designs, and every time he drops something, it looks extremely good. You know, when somebody has really mastered the craft, that kind of thing. Yeah. So, and then there's no way you would see a design, like we never expect less or something not so good, because like we know he's going to deliver, that kind of thing. So yeah, that's why I basically put Freddy there.
That's great.
Yeah,
that's great.
So I think you can go now.
The next app on my list is LinkedIn. Who do you have for LinkedIn?
For LinkedIn, I have Dennis.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Because there was this time, basically, I think this is basically because of something I remembered him for. He would post something on Twitter and be like, this is the caption I'll put for Twitter and this is the caption I'll put for LinkedIn. And he just kept on sticking, because he would post something and then the next thing would be, I've already posted something like this on LinkedIn. Go and check it out. That kind of thing. So it just reminds me, LinkedIn just reminds me of him. And sometimes he even posts pictures, like maybe he's at church and he posts something about, like, he doesn't just post design like I do, for example. So yeah, that's why Dennis basically came to mind. What do you have
for LinkedIn? I have Dimeji. Ola Dimeji Ajigbele. Hey, probably murdering that name, my goodness. Dimeji.
I'm Yoruba and I can tell that
Dimeji posts this professional kind of videos on on Instagram, and he embodies LinkedIn. Like what LinkedIn is known to be, Dimeji really embodies that. Yeah, that's why I put Dimeji as LinkedIn.
You murdered the name, sharp.
You push me up, please.
Okay, so I think let me wait. Where did you last put? Was it me?
I think I said LinkedIn. Yeah, I said LinkedIn.
Okay. So now I have YouTube.
Yes, I also have YouTube. Long-awaited one.
And this one was the easiest for me because like no other person came to mind, honestly.
Okay.
So for YouTube, I have Ufot.
Wow.
Yeah.
What am I looking for in YouTube? What am I doing there?
Well, I think at the time I was curating this list, I was also watching an episode with you and Leye on the TV. So I was like, oh, is it even true There's nobody to compete.
Whoa.
You guys should go and check out Designstration podcast. Also
Whoa.
check us out on YouTube. Don't sleep on it. But
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, YouTube.
Whoa. Honestly, I'm surprised. For YouTube, I have a Daisy. When I think of YouTube, when I think of YouTube, I think of where we go learn things, right? That's a compendium of knowledge. And a Daisy is loaded. Now, I know other designers as well that are actually loaded, but it's hard fixing them on this application. Well, I'm really honored. Thank you. CFV got my YouTube patch. Yeah. The next app I have on my list is Medium. Do you have Medium?
Okay. I don't have Medium actually.
Oh, wow. Okay. Now for Medium, when I think about Medium, two designers come to mind. The first is the incredible Dada designer, Stephanie.
I honestly just knew it.
That's it. She owns that spot. That's the spot I deserve for, right? Stephanie does exceptionally well. And the second designer is accessibility designer, Toria. That's accessibility evangelist. Sorry, the evangelist of accessibility. Yeah, Toria. Both these designers, they make Medium the app for me.
I can see Stephanie in Medium, honestly. Okay. So the next app, or let me say platform, because it's Procreate.
This one was hard. I have it too. It was hard. I almost wanted to put every single word I knew, but I was like, okay, let's keep the list short.
Let's calm down.
Yeah, let's calm down. Go first. Let me see who you have there. Yeah. Go on.
Okay, so for Procreate, I just basically think about, I hope I'm correct, but I just basically think about illustrations. And Edwin, the creator, came to mind.
Oh, he's right on my list as well. On my list as well. Yeah.
There's no way I'll think about that platform and not think about him, because
he's on my list.
He does very, very beautiful designs.
Yeah.
So,
Edwin Anthony. Yeah, Edwin the creator actually came. He's on my list. But I also have Olamide Agumbiade. Like Olamide Agum. I think if there's any illustrator, and illustrators, you all know I love you all. I respect all illustrators. Like, you guys are doing exceptionally well. But I think Olamide somehow has embodied Procreate in this nation. Like, I mean, I know a lot of other folks that are actually using Procreate exceptionally well, but that man, he uses that too as though it was made for him. He embodies it. Olamide embodies it. But yeah, Edwin the creator is here. Olamide is here. Shout out to my illustrators friends. Big
shout out to you guys.
Yes. The next on my list is what's this one? ChatGPT. ChatGPT.
Wow.
Do you have ChatGPT?
No, I don't.
Okay. So I have ChatGPT. And when I think about ChatGPT, I'm not just looking at it like an AI tool that just helps you generate prompt. No, I'm thinking about it in the light of this designer is someone that currently they can design the future for us. And I'm not even trying to over-exaggerate things here, but that's how I see this particular designer. They can give us a design that is way ahead of their time. And for that, I give this to Leye Ogunsanya. Like, that's one esteemed designer that can design the future.
Actually, when you think about the future, you think about it. That's actually very true. Okay. No, I'm really I don't have ChatGPT. I play it too. But the next application I have is Discord.
Oh yes, I have Discord as well. I have Discord.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. This person is a designer by association.
Okay.
He's not necessarily a designer.
Okay.
He just has a couple of designers around him. And so that's why he owns Discord for me. And that's Chalks. That's Waiver Chalks. He's in Web3. He's in the Web3 space. That's another reason I put him in Discord. Simply because, like, when I think about Discord, I just think about Web3. I don't know how to explain. It's just a thing. And then when I was trying to think about the people I know in Web3 that have amazing, community management, moderation, and all of those things, I can just, immediately think about Chucks. So yeah, Chucks is the one.
Yeah, when I also think about Discord, I think about a very good community management platform, and someone also in the Web3 space as well. And that's why I gave this particular app to Clement Hugo. He's the CEO of Papaya Studio and Block Assets, and he's that guy. I see he knows how to organize his team well. He knows how to pick his, he has like one of a crazy, brilliant, amazing team. So yeah, Clement does it for me when it comes to Discord. The next app on my list is the platforms Behance. Behance.
Yeah.
Do you have Behance?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, I'll go first. For Behance, I think about 3D. You see, some of these apps are hard because there's quite a lot of amazing designers that we have, and I'm really grateful to see it. We've been privileged to know quite a number of quality good designers. Yeah, but Behance, I think about Dara Soba. Hey, I hope I'm not murdering this name. Dara Soba. Behance is one of those places where I go to get inspiration. I go to just feed my eyes with good designs. And whenever I come online, especially on the timeline, X, formerly Twitter, which I think you and I have been leaving that app for the last or so. But yeah, we're going to touch on it soon. Yeah, Dara posts quality designs that just gives me inspiration. So Dara is one. His name is Tubosun, I believe, but he spells it as TUXBSUN. He's an amazing designer, right? Motion design, brand design, illustration, it's exceptional. And Obasola, these are the 3 persons I fixed in for Behance.
Okay. For me, when I think about Behance, the person that comes to mind when I think about Behance is basically for Behance, I just think about it as a place for me to find very, very cool designs, but at the same time, designs that can make me learn something new. So I have Ayo, the AY_O. He does very, very beautiful landing pages, and he's always putting himself out there. Like, he's just always on his game. His work rate is unmatched. Like, he's always doing something new, dropping a new design, and all the designs always hit. So yeah, when I think about Behance, I think about Ayo. Okay, so for the next application or platform that I have Microsoft Teams.
This one was hard. I also have it, but it was hard. But you go on. Let me see who you have here.
Okay. So for Microsoft Teams, I just had to think about that extremely formal application, but at the same time is also not so formal. I don't know if that makes sense. I mean, for me, if anybody agrees with me, please, you can just let me know. For Google Meet, it gives me this normal, friendly vibe.
Yeah.
But Microsoft Teams gives me this very serious vibe. So, like, if I apply to work somewhere and their link is for like Microsoft Teams, I'm just like, So yeah, that's basically it. But the person I have is Team X Design.
Whoa.
He does a lot he records a lot. He's usually always in a meeting. He's always dropping meet links for us to join, or basically hosting a live design session. And all of this just basically makes me remember Microsoft Teams. So yeah.
For me, for my Microsoft team, I have a designer that is no longer a designer per se, because he still designs and he works on a lot of web development, but he's always busy. Like whenever I'm having a meeting with him, he's coming out from another meeting. Whenever I'm having a meeting with him, there's been no day. And that's Sam Obi SO. Like he's that senior elderly designer that he's always coming out from another meeting into another meeting, That's why I have Sam Obi there. My next application is Vimeo. Vimeo. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. But if you go on Pinterest and say you see maybe an animation video or something, and you click and it wants to take you to the real app where that video was is uploaded to it. That's Vimeo. It's basically the app for videos. Yes, but when it comes to Pinterest, when Vimeo comes to Pinterest, Vimeo sort of is like a third-party app that shows you videos. I don't know if I'm even explaining it well. But when I think about Vimeo, one designer comes to mind, and that's Godwin Olatunde. Godwin Olatunde, he's an exceptional motion designer. Like, I saw his works, and I'm blown away. Do you have Vimeo on your list?
No, actually, I don't have Vimeo on my list.
Oh, okay.
I don't have Vimeo on my list. I think my next application is Dribble.
Dribble. Okay. Yes, I have Dribble.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. So, when I think about Dribble, I think about the place to get inspiration. And recently has been particularly for dashboard designs, because I have been trying to master a lot of things in terms of dashboard designs and all of that. So the person that came to mind for Dribble is Long John. He designs very, very beautiful dashboards, and he's always willing to explain the things or the decisions that he made, why he made those decisions, why this particular thing is here, and all of that. I know, when you basically go to Dribble and you pick about 7 designs for mood boards and all of that, you really want to understand as well why they did some things. So when I just think about Dribble, I just think about Long John.
Yes, that's cool. For me, when I think about Dribble, I think about, and I don't know if maybe it's me, but I think about that platform that not that very many designer uses Dribble anymore. I don't know if I'm wrong. Maybe it's just me. I'm not saying they don't use it at all, but it feels like it's old in this part of the world. It feels like it's old, but it's still packed with a lot of good quality designs, right? It's that kind of, I've been in the game for a long time and I'm still very much, valuable. But we not that very many know that. Yeah, that's Dribble. And I think of Dudes, Osifo Murphy, like that designer. Oh god. D for Dribble, D for Drews. The name just somehow rhymes. I think of Drews, like I've been in the game for a long time and I'm still very much relevant. That's Drews. Deviant Arts. Deviant Arts is actually a very old platform. I don't know if people still use it anymore. I remember that it's majorly for illustrators, folks who draw and make cartoons. So Deviant Art is like one of those apps that almost every illustrator I know back then when I started illustration had Deviant Art as a platform where they save. It was like the portfolio for like, it was like the art gallery, Deviant Art. And when I think about Deviant Arts, it goes back to the OG, the number one man who inspired me to come into illustrations, and that's Art Nerd X. Balaji Olaloye. That man is amazing. Like he's the custodian of art inspiration for me. I don't know if you have Deviant Art on your list.
No, I don't have Deviant Art on my list. Yeah.
Okay, let's go to the next one.
So for me, the next application on my list is Piggyvest.
Whoa, Piggyvest. I don't have Piggyvest. I'm curious to see who you have there.
So this one is it's just a thing. You know, when I think about Piggyvest, I think about money.
Yeah.
You have saved money in abundance, and like you just have money locked up somewhere.
You're about to expose
And I
one
think
designer
about
now.
Druids.
Oh my!
because there was this time that somebody posted a wristwatch. I can't remember what the name was, and it was just a crazy amount of money. You see, I can't remember the amount because it was crazy. But Druids quoted that tweet, and it was like he wants to get us just like that. And then
he's golfing.
Druids started golfing.
Oh my goodness! You see, he's golfing. Like, which designer do you know that golfs? Who golfs?
That's money, because
I mean,
for you to you have to be chilling with the big guys. For
he puts on gloves on one hand. That's another level. He's golfing now. Yeah.
So when I think about money, I just basically think about Druids.
Yeah, Druid have that. He has that badge on all designers. Like he's badged almost all of us, right? I think Druid taught almost all of us. No, I mean, I'm not trying to exaggerate anything, but Druid was like the one who taught almost all the designers negotiation. Right, negotiation. He was the one who was pushing it. And when I say almost all the designer, please, I'm not trying to say every single designer in our sphere or in our community. No, I'm just saying he has that tag. Almost quite a number of designers on the timeline would, applaud to the fact that I've benefited from Drew's negotiation spaces before. So yes, Piggyverse, he has that badge.
He used to do those spaces a lot.
Yeah. Shout out to Drew. Okay, I'll go next.
Yeah.
Gmail. Google Mail. When I think about Google Mail, one designer comes to mind, and that's the incredible Bolotife. Bolotife is an incredible. I mean, her newsletters are just brilliant, right? She sends out newsletters, and when I think about Google Mail, Gmail, I think about Bolotife. Do you have Gmail?
Yeah, no, I don't actually.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how I didn't think about Gmail at all.
I thought about Gmail.
Okay, so the next on my list, which is actually the last on my list.
Okay, I have one more as well.
And I'm so surprised that we've not mentioned this application since.
Okay, I think this is the final.
But that's Twitter.
Yeah. Exactly. By the way, guys, I want you all to know that this was not scripted. Now, let me explain what that means, right? We both Kems and I know that. Right, we're working on applications, right? So I sent her quite a number of apps, and she sent me some apps as well. But then we also don't have all the same apps and all, and we didn't choose whoever we're choosing together. So she chooses hers, I chooses mine. I chose mine rather. And it's surprising that we actually left the best for the last. So let's hear the grand finale of it. All right, Kems, go.
Okay, so when I think about Twitter, I added two people simply because Twitter to me is a place to grow, but at the same time, give back. So I'm saying this because somehow a lot of us that are not comfortable with Instagram, for example, are quite comfortable with Twitter. It just feels like our second home, something like that. So that's why I put it here. And I have Design Chief Priest.
Wow,
because
that's great.
I think Design Chief Priest has been dropping a couple of things about design systems, plugins for your Figma, and basically things that can help. And I think we had an interaction on a space at some point, and he had a lot of things to give, but at the same time not giving the knowledge and making anybody feel left out or anything like that. So I feel like for Twitter, the person that really just works for me is Design Chief Priest.
Wow,
And
that's
then
cool. Yeah.
the second person I have for Twitter, once again, is Jude.
Whoa, Drew.
Because
Yeah.
Jude actually, like when you talked about the whole negotiation thing and everything,
Yeah.
I remembered how like a lot of us now actually got the whole process of negotiating, how to do it, how to go about it from Jude. And then he started pushing something new lately, which is chain abstraction in the Web3 space.
Yeah.
And I didn't really understand what that was until he made like threads upon threads and explained why and how and the reason, and he even had the whole space about it. And meanwhile, I'm just getting into Web3 and I needed a little bit of an explanation. So Jude is somebody that you can actually reach out to and ask questions, and then he would be willing to reply you. Not like he will reply you immediately, Sha. So you guys should not go and bombard him with DMs, please. Thank you. So you can reply the rest of us. But yeah, Jude comes to mind when it comes to Twitter because he has really, really used that platform to impact knowledge and to help people. Apart from the fact that he has money too. So yeah.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that's major knowledge. The major knowledge you just said. That's great. I like the fact that Kems talks about Twitter as a space for designers giving back, right? Calling it our second home and all, and it's true because that's not how I see it. I would really want to play the devil's advocate here. So yeah, I see Twitter as a boxing ring. Right, a place where by all the designers, if you have problem, let's talk about the basketballs, let's do the ulabalu and everything. And there's one person who really, really knows how to box and fight everything. He fights you if you're wrong, right? Calls you out, and it's a way whereby and that's Jiga. When I think of Twitter, I think of Jiga. Like he's that.
Actually,
he's like the vigilante that he's watching, and we're glad because, and I'm glad because, right? If there's a design theft, right? Chisa calls it out if he sees it and all. His voice is not bought. Right, and he stands his ground. So yeah, when I think of Twitter as a boxing ring for designers, I think about Jiga. Twitter.
Actually, I remember when we used to do a lot of. There was this time, for context, for people that do not really understand design Twitter. We had our times where every two days there's basically somebody that has stolen somebody's work. Or has copied it exactly and everything. And Chisa was just on the move. Like immediately he sees it, he will just put it and be like, where have I seen this before?
Yeah.
So
actually, that's how I see Twitter for and Chisa. Chisa does well. Shout out to Chisa, by the way. He's doing great.
Actually, shout out to all the designers.
Yes, shout out to all the designers that we mentioned. Yes, shout out to all the designers that we mentioned today. You all are doing exceptionally well.
You guys are doing very, very great.
Kem, sign us out.
Okay. Thank you very much for listening till this point. We really, really hope you had a great time.
Yep.
If you have a different idea of the applications and which designer to pair them with, you can let us know in the comment section. You can also tag us on Twitter, and please always share our episodes. Thank you very much, because somebody else would want to learn, and somebody else can also use it to have fun while they are designing, so that they won't be too frustrated by Figma. Thank you very much, and we hope you have an amazing rest of the day or night or morning.
Thank you.
Bye.
Wait. Tagline.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Design plus illustration equals
Designstration. Thank you.